talk about it. Oh. Go ahead there. I see you, girl, bopping your head. Hello, 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 Annette. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. And you, Anita?
I am blessed and highly favored. And hello, movers. How you doing? Hello, Francesca. How you doing, love? Thank you for tuning in. Hello, everyone. You have tuned in to Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide. We are a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a movement to move, helping others thrust into their purpose to live the best version of themselves and win. We tapped into some winning information. We have some winners resources. We are seated at the winners table, and we invite you to sit right along with us, right, Annette?
Yes, Miss Anita, we have so much room. Listen, y'all, we want to got some more chairs. So now, come on and sit with us. And when you come on, hey, invite somebody because we got plenty of room and we got plenty to talk about tonight. So thank
Yes,
you.
we do, as always. And as we say, we like to quote our parents, our mothers, our fathers, and everyone. As we say so often, we invite you to come where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is what?
Going on.
Is going on, y'all. And it's going on right here with Movement Worldwide with your faithful co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. Anderson. But before we get started with our conversation, we love to come here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. with a serious conversation. Man, it be going on up in yeah. And I have so much fun on Wednesday nights. It's like I get to let my hair down and chill, no judgment. We just talk, we have some fun. And y'all comments, let me tell you, those comments have us rolling all the time. So keep the comments coming. But before we get into our conversation, we want to do a few things. We want to go over a few things with you. The video that you're watching is either on Facebook or YouTube. We ask kindly that you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that you would hit the like button and the subscribe button on our YouTube, on our Facebook page, and that you would join our group. Also, hit the like buttons everywhere. Hit those like buttons, those heart buttons, whatever it is that you choose to give us. If you choose to give us a thumbs up, if you choose to give us a heart, whatever. We just want to hear from you and want to know that you are with us. And the other thing is to hit that curve button. There's a curve button on your the video that you're watching. It says share. Yes, click that. It's not just there just for decoration. It's there for you to click it. And when you click it, you can share it to your page on Facebook. You can share it in your DM on Facebook. You can share it to your into Facebook groups, but you can also click that link on YouTube and it'll copy. You can copy and paste that in text message. You can paste it in WhatsApp. You can paste it in email. We want you to share this everywhere with everybody and let them know, listen, the conversation is about to go down. You don't want to miss this. You want to be here for this conversation that Anita and Annette has. Let me tell y'all something. I don't want y'all to come here expecting to get the to get the 3 points and a poem. That's on Sunday. That's with Power Walk Sunday.
Amen.
And then they can get they can get the 3 points and a poem on Sunday. But when you come here on Wednesday nights, listen, we're gonna have some fun. Or you might get a word on Friday nights at Clubhouse. Clubhouse is amazing.
Yes.
So, but here, right here, it's a little different. It's a little different atmosphere. So we ask that you please subscribe, like, and share. The other thing is you can sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization. Every seed that you sow into this ministry, we always pray that it returns to you 100-fold. You can sow a seed a few ways. One is via Cash App. Our Cash App is $ Movement Worldwide. Again, that's $ Movement Worldwide. You can also sow a seed for via Zelle. Our Zelle is info@movementworldwide.org. Or you can opt to become a covenant giver, a monthly seed sower by becoming a patron. And what you do is, what you say? What's that? Oh, how do you become a patron? Great question, right, Annette?
Wonderful question.
Beautiful questions. So inquisitive. So you become a patron by going to our website, which is movementworldwide.org. Go to movementworldwide.org. You can click the red button at the top. That red button will take you to patreon.com. When you go to patreon.com, you can set up your account and set your amount. Now, on Patreon, we ask for $12 a month. But you can set your amount for whatever you want. But we ask for $12 a month. That's our base. $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. That's $2.80 a week. Listen, that's one drink at one of those restaurants that you're eating at least 5 times a week, including lunch. Because trust me, those Subway and Firehouse and all those places that you get that drink is about $3. Trust me. And it only costs them cents to make it in the fountain, where you can take those $3 and sow it into Movement Worldwide, right? Wouldn't that be great? So sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App, which is $ Movement Worldwide. Again, Zelle, info at Movement Worldwide, or becoming a patron, going to our website, movementworldwide.com. The other thing you can do is everywhere you see that globe that's above in its head, that's our logo. You see that acronym Movement. Follow us on all social media platforms. And you can email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, topic ideas, everything to info@movementworldwide.org. Now, without further ado, we are going to go into our conversation. We have a full conversation on Wednesday nights. We start off with those idioms and phrases that make you go, Now, if you show your age, you say, oh, they got that from Arsenio Hall. Child, he been on TV in over 20 years, so it's ours now. So those things that make you go, And we call that our transformational topic. So our transformational topic, very interesting. It's always a different phrase every week, and it just challenges us to think. And our topic this week is change begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Wow.
Change begins at the end of your comfort zone. Now, this is a simply revised quote from Neil Donald Walsh, and it says that life begins at the end of your comfort zone, or something like that. It was a different, word at the beginning of that phrase, but I chose to put change begins at the end of your comfort zone. Now, it can be interpreted to help us understand the importance of growth in our lives. Growth that takes us outside of the comfort zone, which has the potential to open doors to new experiences, passions, dreams, etc. So let me unpack that a little bit for you. We live largely by habits. We do things the same way because it's comfortable or because it's the system. I mean, look at your life and tell me if you are living your life habitually. You wake up in the morning, you get ready for work, you go to work, you go to lunch, you might call your mama, you call your kids, you check on different people, call your husband. What are we going to have for dinner today? Oh, I don't know. What's going on? Let me say, Leonard, what's going on? What's going on? I'm teasing Annette's husband right now. So we go through that same system, and then we come home from work. You do the same thing. We say, oh, I go to the gym when I get up from work. Oh, I go and get my nails done. Oh, I get my feet done on Tuesdays. So the thing is that your life has a system. And when you go through that exact same pattern every day, and then you go to bed at night and you wake up the next day and you do the same thing. Yeah. So you're comfortable with that because that's what you are referring to as living. So anything that comes along that challenges you to disrupt that, it's change, but it breaks your comfort zone. We only do things the same way because it's comfortable. And when we do this, sometimes we end up in a rut. How many of you have felt before like you're in a rut?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't understand. There's got to be more to life than this. Why is it this just seems to be going nowhere? I feel like a hamster on a wheel. I'm just going around and around and around and around. And that's what it's like. It's like a trip to nowhere. Because you're doing the same thing every day, the same way, no change, no modifications, just the same. So we end up in a rut. and it's hard to work our way out of it. We become afraid of trying things and taking risks. Now, there are risks involved in every new endeavor of your life. It does not mean that you're going to be able to do something risk free. And I know that sometimes that can be a little scary, because we think that that when we get involved into something, when we, when we dive into a new adventure, a new business, a new organization, we're starting something new, we're creating a product, you're creating, like you're deciding to go to school, you're deciding to do something different in your life. And I don't care how old you are never too old to do something new, because you're still sucking in and breathing out God's great, wonderful air. So you have room for change every day, because nothing is new. It's like you wake up every day with new mercies. Nothing is, new under the sun, except methods, and everything constantly changes. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore, but his methods and the way he works and the way he does things constantly changes, because the world changes. The world grows. I have to inform my niece and Kyle, we inform our kids, like different people, we didn't have the internet. No. We didn't have cell phones. Like, what? How did you do your homework? Encyclopedias.
Mm-hmm.
You mean those books from the library? That's all I had. And that's what I used to dream with, because I would take the encyclopedias. We had a set. We had several books. I don't know where my mom got all these books from, but we had so many books in our house, and we had all these knowledge books, and oh my God, books. And we would, I would go through the books, and I would have them all spread out on the dining room table, and I would be looking at pictures of the Eiffel Tower and London Bridge and all kinds of things. And the funny thing is, and they weren't even in color. So I had no idea that the London Bridge was blue, but I would be looking at Big Ben. I would be looking at all these different things like, oh, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to go here, and I can't wait to go there. But I was dreaming based on what I had in front of me. Now, when change happened, if I would have decided, woo, child, I ain't going on no internet. I ain't going on no internet. I wouldn't be able to see anything. You like that or that?
Yeah.
So the thing is, often, too often we resolve to the mindset, if I try something new, I can fail miserably and people would think I'm a failure. That's why we end up in that rut. We don't want to try something new. I know there are people who shy away from social media, people who shy away from cell phone usage. I have a friend who refuses to use like Zelle, or I'm like, it's connected to your bank. It refuses to text, refuses to put apps on the phone. It's like, you mean to tell me you have to go to the bank to see what's in your bank account? There's an app for that. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. So I sat down and downloaded the app, put it on his phone, put his information in, and then I found where he could keep notes and put his password in. I was like, it'll always be here. And then I'm going to email it to you, because it'll always be in your email. All you have to do is search passwords, and that way you'll have it. He's like, really? I was like, yes. Because sometimes you might forget, you might get locked out of the account and you're going to need it. But you can always reset it with your email. Like, really? I'm like, how is it that you are not even 40 and you're not using this stuff? And there are many people, that don't like change. They don't like to move with where things are going. Now, there's some stuff that is extreme. There's some stuff that you may want to kind of shy away from. But for the most part, a lot of people just really do, especially the older generation, shy away from anything new, not because they don't get it or whatever. It's just because that they don't understand it. And it's something different, and it requires you to learn and grow and to do something different. That's what change is. That's what it's all about. So we like to be comfortable, because if I try something new, I might fail. So we are surrounded by comfort zones, and they can be barriers that can feel cozy and secure, because that's what we like. But is that always what's best? I don't think so. Because change is good, especially if God says you need to change. It could be even that God's will is that you change your attitude and your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
He may be telling you you have expired the way you are functioning, and it is time for you to do something different. And when you fail to try and at least explore, you might end up missing what God has for you in the next season.
Exactly. Yeah.
So don't shy away from change. Change is good for us. Well, I'll stay where I am and I'll take the easiest option. Well, go ahead and take the easiest option and get on that roller coaster ride to nowhere, because that's exactly where you are going. And I'm, I get so frustrated, y'all. I'm not fussing at y'all. I'm just saying, because of, obviously I have had this conversation before with some other people, and I'm like, man, why is it that you just refuse? It's like, it's not even that it's something difficult. It's just that you just have a flat refusal to do something different, and it just makes me crazy. So I want to ask you a question. Do you ever find yourself settling for second best, or do you even realize you're settling? Hmm?
Wow.
Hmm? If you do, if that's you, I want you to say me, or yes, or something. Raise your hand. Have you ever in this lifetime found yourself not taking that extra step, that move, that leap, that jump, because and then as a result of it, you really feel like you have really just you missed out. You missed out on what God has for you because you decided to settle. Because that's a decision, y'all. It's a decision. Oh yeah, I see y'all. Change promotes growth. Yes, it does, and that it promotes growth. And that's the thing. I hear you, Connie. I have too many times. I have settled because I was afraid to step out into change. I was afraid of taking that leap. I was afraid that because that if I took the leap of faith, that something was going to happen and I was going to fail, or people were going to look at me like, "Oh, I can't believe she did. Okay, but you see what that?" I don't even care. I don't care. I don't take the easiest option. I always take the hard option. And Annette will tell you that. She knows me. But I'm here to encourage you today not to resist change. It's good for you. It challenges you. It makes you realize that you have further limits than where you are right now. Change also prepares you for what's next. You have to believe that God will not leave you hanging. He always has your back, and he will line up people and situations and things in your path that you need. And he will also open doors that appear to be locked. He will give you what you need. I want to read a scripture into your hearing. John 15:16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that you should go forth and bring fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you." So there's nothing that you have need of that God can't provide for you, because of the fact that he chose you and ordained you to do what you're doing. So just go forth. Because what you do is going to be fruitful. Why? Because God ordained it. So don't resist change. And y'all know I like to take a word and deal with it from a transitive and intransitive tense. And it's always a verb. And a transitive verb needs an object to make sense. An intransitive verb makes sense without one. So my word for tonight is in our title, and it is change. That word in the transitive tense means to transform. And in the intransitive tense, it means to transfer. Remember, transitive needs an object to make sense. Intransitive makes sense without one. To transform means to change in character or condition. That means that whatever state you're in now, it has to change. It also means to convert. Oh, come on, preacher. To transfer means to convey from one person, one place, or one situation to another. And that another word for that is to shift. So you need to convert and you need to shift. The prototype that you are operating in right now for your life no longer works. God is trying to shift you into a whole new prototype, but you're trying to operate on the old one, and you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It's not going to fit. Allow yourself to change, to transform, and to transfer. So that which means to convert and to shift. Just flow. Flow with the change. And it begins at the end of your comfort zone. So break out of that thing and let today be the last day that you decide you're just going to stay comfortable. And that is our transformational topic. Your thoughts on it?
Well, yeah, I always have a thought. Change is necessary because what it does, it begins to allow your brain to go some places, or your mind, or your life to go places you never thought you would go. And what happens is, if you don't walk in change, there are areas in your life will be laying dormant, because they're waiting on you to change. They're ready for you, but you got to change. It's like your thought pattern, the things that you think in your mind. I've awakened things I didn't even know. And what change is almost like a key.
Right.
What it does is unlock your potential.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you got a door that you can't even get into because you have not allowed the change to unlock it. And so when you unlock that door, like my mind, my potential, I'm always
Come on.
thinking about what I'm gonna do next.
That is it.
I'll be up all the time like, no, what you doing? Oh, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at because the change in my life have unlocked some areas in my life I didn't even know was there. You remember on my purpose, right? You had to pick that door, door 1, 2, or 3. So change is
let's make a deal. My mom used to watch that.
Yeah,
that was a show.
Price is Right was the other one. Spin the wheel.
That was her other one.
Yeah. So that's what happens with change. It unlocks those doors and let you know there's something behind door 1, 2, and 3, but you'll never know unless you decide to take that leap. And that's what those shows is. Are you going to take a door? Or are you going to do this? And so that's change.
Either you're going to take a chance or you're not.
Yeah.
It's really just that simple. But, I don't mind taking the leap. Hello, Elder Sharon Elaine Green, Prophetess Sharon Elaine. Hello, Travis Bridges. Hello, Connie. Hello, Moving. Hello, Francesco. All right. So people are kind of winding on in here. So that was our transformational topic. Thank you so much, Annette, for your commentary on that. And now we're going to shift. But before we shift, y'all, I was reaching in the wrong direction because I have to reach slow for our toast because I happen to have some hot tea in my cup tonight.
You better be careful.
Exactly. So can we talk, Annette? Can we talk?
Yes.
But, Annette, we can tell what nothing in your cup because you just turned it upside down.
That's why I'm putting on it. You know why I'm putting on my cup? Because I've been doing all kinds of acrobatics.
Yes. So, don't we look skinny? Oh, it looks so good.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love our Can We Talk logo made by yours truly, Annette L. Anderson. She's the bomb.com logos. So, good people, if you want one, you can just email us info@movementworldwide.org and we'll get one out to you. But now we're going to move to, better not drink that on air right now, better make sure it's not too hot. We're going to move to the next phase of our conversation. But before we do, we're going to pause for a moment for a quote from the quoteologist herself. We're pausing for our Annettism brought to us by Annette L. Anderson, the quoteologist. Yes. So we're going to pause for our Annettism, but while we're gone, you can still share and get the people in here because y'all know it's about to get real interesting by the time we get past this ripping the Band-Aid off. Let me tell y'all something. We have three phases of this conversation. We just finished one. So go ahead and share. We'll be right back after our Annettism.
Be blessed and be free. The Lord has delivered thee. Now walk boldly in victory. Read the word, his holy decree. Much to be learned from its history. In it you will find much clarity. The world is filled with calamity, brutality, adversity, insanity, stupidity. But in the presence of Jesus, you can find tranquility and, yes, even unity. So be blessed and be free, for the Lord has delivered thee. This is Annettism's Expressions. All righty then. I just that is paying homage to my partner Anita Faye. I'm just gonna say Faye. All righty. It's time for the power tool. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend the broken heart or spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right, I'm dealing with something normally I don't like to talk about it, but it really bugs. It just bugs me and I'm sure I'm not the only one that have had some questions about this. I'm going to be talking about Make America Great Again. And so I have question marks behind that. And I want to start this saying this statement has always bothered me. Before I go any further, my opinion is called free speech. So
Come
anybody
on.
try to come for me, it don't matter. I'm governed by the same things other people always want to hide behind, which is a part of the laws of the land. So when it first started hearing this, when our former president started saying, of course it goes. Ronald Reagan, I think, was the first one that really said it, and then Trump took it and ran with it as if he came up with it. So what are they referring to when they say "Make America Great Again"? Because when you say "again," it appears to me that you want to go back to what was. So what is the time period they're talking about? Could they be talking about the 13th Amendment that was abolished slavery in the United States, passed on January 1865 and ratified on December 6, 1865, and passed by Congress June 4th, 1919? So are they talking about that? Are they talking about going back to that? Or are they talking about when women were granted the right to vote in August of 1920? Are they talking about maybe having people to go to the back of the bus like they did in Montgomery, where Black folks could no longer sit on the front of the bus? Are Mega talking about having dogs unleashed on you because you dared to protest? Are they talking about going back to allowing certain hue of children to attend a certain school? Are they going back to the in 1967 when the United States Supreme Court ruled called loving favor? This was a couple that was black and white. The guy was white and the woman was black, and the last name was Lovings. When you tell people they can't marry because of the color of their skin. So are we going back to different things based on race that were not constitutional? Well, are we going back to a time when we must step off the sidewalk to allow a white person to go by? This always bothered me. So when you say again, what era are you talking about when you say again? Because again means you want to go back to what was. So I personally feel the best use of the word mega is best rendered maniac almost gutted America.
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
This best rendered the maniac almost gutted America. Because in his leadership, I don't care what nobody say, because this is my opinion, which I'm so entitled to it. Because another thing, and let me say this, I'm not going back anywhere, because I've never been to Africa. The only place I've been is to Banel. Now, if you really want me to go back, I can go there. So I have a right to speak my mind. I know how people feel. Well, when is it ever okay to use a Sharpie to change the direction of a hurricane as if this would actually change anything? I'm talking about the former president. This same man this maniac who almost gutted America, got impeached twice, made fun of a disabled man, embraced nepotism using his family in offices that they were not qualified to be in, attempted a coup to stay in office, and the list go on and on and on. Even now, some of his stunts supporters, such as Barr, say he acts like a 9-year-old child. And Christie also talks about he acts like a child and how he's very vindictive and not fit to run the nation. He was recently in 37 charges on this man. So when I was thinking about it, I said, this is a maniac that almost gutted America. Now, I know people still support him and they have a right to support him. But I wonder sometimes what if I really could talk to some of my sisters and brothers across the pond, what would be your Make America Great Again? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Make America Great Again refers to going back to what was? Well, this is not going to happen. So for those who want this to go back to yesterday, good luck, because it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yesterday's a reference to what was, to what is, while knowing that the time is coming to what will be. So we're so busy focusing on Make America Great Again. The same people who will mega are the same people say this is a great country. If you don't like America, leave. Wait. Then did you just not say Make America Great Again? So are you the same one saying, oh, if you don't like it here, leave? Because somebody dare to take a knee to protest the killing and brutality of Black men and women. I know we want to talk about the men, but there are a lot of women that were killed also. So we going, how dare you on one hand say Make America Great Again, and on the other hand you say this is a great country, which it is. But as America, we got to strive to do better. Not just the former president. I used him because he's a maniac, obviously, because he's made it known that if he mess around and get back in, crawl his self back in that White House, the first 2 years is going to be a vendetta to get everybody back that had the nerve to stand against him. No one man should be able to change this country this way. This man, the maniac, almost gutted America. Mm-hmm. Now, you may not disagree with me, but this is my opinion. I base my opinion on what I've seen and what I've witnessed in the last few years. You know, when you stood and, call these people great people, they run around with tikis. It's mind-boggling how you can excuse that. And leaders and believers, I was shocked on the believers. Not that you stood for him, but you did not call him out when he did something that we all knew was wrong. When he said, I've done more for the Christian community than Jesus, I heard this out of his mouth. I was appalled and taken aback, but nobody said anything. The problem is this. Everybody got their own opinion, what they want our leaders to do. But what Christians and believers like I am, what they did is hold their nose, and they know it stank. But as long and they know it didn't smell good, but they held their nose as long as he did what they wanted them to do. Make America great again. We as believers, we as people that's in this country, we have a right to protest. We have a right to say when something's wrong. And then if you don't like it, you ostracize people like they did the gentleman that took the knee. But I applaud him. Because see, I'd rather take a knee than to stand and clap for something I don't believe in. My grandson had to sing the national anthem. Well, it's been a few months ago. And I stood out of respect, but the touching in my heart, I stood out of respect for my grandson. Because, because some of those lyrics does not always hold true to everyone. And so I just wanted to talk about this, and normally I don't even like to give this too much credence, but this maniac almost gutted America. So when you hear mega again, just know it means maniac almost gutted America, not make America great again. Because this is a great country. This is a country with opportunities. Now, I know we can have, but say, when you're Black, you're done. Oh, you're treated bad. But you know what? But you have to get off your seat of do nothing and start working. We cannot spend the rest of our lives saying we can't make it because somebody else told us we can't. Or we can't vote because you told us that we're not going to allow you to vote certain places. So if we vote once a year or whatever, then figure it out. We cannot allow anybody to tell us what we cannot do. And this country is a country that people will come here from all over the world, and they've tapped into what we already have here. So we got to figure out how we're going to tap into it. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to do what we need to do and work. And okay, so what? You maybe you will have to work harder than the next person. When I went to college, I worked hard. I did. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know that people were paying people to write their papers. I wrote every paper. I took every test. So by the degree that will be hanging back on my wall once the room is done, I earned that. Mm-hmm. And I declare, regardless of Make America Great Again or the maniac that almost gutted America, regardless of any of those people, they cannot stop what God has started. Mm-hmm. And so we cannot, and this is not a black-white thing, we cannot as people sit back and allow somebody to tell us who we are, what we can and cannot do or be. The devil is a liar. And I want to end with this. Matthew 5:15-16 says this: neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel. We taking our light. No, baby, you can't have my light. But on a candlestick and give it light unto all that are in the house. And this is my favorite scripture of all times. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So we can't, stuff did happen wrong, but we have a light to shine. And we have to make a difference, not only for ourselves, but for our children, our children's children, and those who will come after us. Even with the movement, my desire has always been, even after me and Anita long gone, that we have left a mark with this organization that we have started. Not only the ones we've done together, but so many we've also did personally. So Make America Great Again, baby. It's already great. Just know that a maniac almost gutted America, and that is all I have to say about that tonight.
Awesome. Woo! Girl, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. When I was putting it on our thumbnail, I was like, ooh.
I don't talk about that, but that has
But you know what? Because, you don't talk much. I mean, you have your moments where you say little stuff. We have all caught on to the comb over Messiah comment. But it's absolutely true. And it was something that Connie said that really stuck out to me. She says, amazing how people are still making excuses for January 6th, and more African Americans are supporting him. And, there's a young lady that I know that I can't even look at her page because I'm so disgusted with her commentary. And it's amazing. She's very young. She's like, about Kyle, a little older than Kyle. And it's like amazing how their thought process is. They have no connection to or no thought process and no respect or regard for the things that happened before they were even born, to give them the opportunity to live the way they live. And like, you have no idea, even though you've read it, you've heard about it, but you have drank the Kool-Aid for sure. Mm-hmm. And it's sad, but it's true. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that was an incredible power tool. And I told y'all, power tools are hard to have conversation. We rip the Band-Aid off, we go straight in, and we don't care. It's like, hey, it is what it is. If you don't like it, oh well, sorry. But we get ready to go to something that is all over the place, y'all. We go from the news, the good, bad, and the ugly, keeping it light, but keeping it real. But before we do, we're gonna pause for a moment, our commercial break, and then after our commercial break, we're coming back. You have time to still share before we go to the final stage of our conversation. So don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are and bring a couple of more people right along with you. We'll be right back in a minute.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself. Absolutely. So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast,
as we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
It's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. Say what? Tea Time Topics. Come on now. Get it and then you that crazy. Right there. Ow. All right, y'all. It's time for our Tea Time Topics. We actually go from the news. We go with the good, the bad, the ugly. We keep it light, but keep it real with our Tea Time Topics. Yes, I love Tea Time Topics. It's my favorite. So we're going to go into our tea topics right now. Our first topic. Now, Annette, before I put this picture up here, I just want to say this. The funniest thing about it was I actually, because, I don't know what we're going to talk about until usually the night before or the day of, really, because Annette, in our organization, we'll give you a little insight. She puts the topics together. So I don't know. I have to go and look so I can get my thoughts wrapped around the commentary and study and everything else. So usually a few days before, most of the time I really look at it like the day before or the day of, I'm really digging in. So I had seen what the topic was, right? But I had not seen the photos because Annette well. So when I saw it, I originally thought I should put this up for this topic right here. And I was thinking about that particular photo, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And when I opened the photos, it took me about 5 minutes to gain my composure. So now I'm going to share the photo, and we're going to go through the first topic. Okay, I just had to have a minute. Oh my God. When I saw this, I almost died. And then the funniest part is that there's a circle around the eye. That is classic. And I don't think I will ever get past that. I think that's one of the funniest things that I've seen this year. I am so pleased that you used that picture. Because it is definitely on time.
Yeah.
It's definitely on time. It's definitely accurate, especially because of the stuff that we're having to deal with that we're seeing in the news regarding this man here. I see the buddy cracking up on the side. So our tea time topic, our first tea time topic tonight, flat out lying. Legal analysts fact checked Mike Pence claiming no BLM protesters were arrested. Former Vice President Mike Pence faced off against an angry crowd of Donald Trump supporters who built a gallows on the lawn of the U.S. Capitol and chanted, "Hang Mike Pence."
Yeah.
They chanted that. Speaking to Meet the Press on Sunday, Pence complained about the persecution of his former running mate, but he was faced with the reality of allowing crimes to go unpunished due to someone's status. Fidgeting with his jacket and shifting in his chair, Pence said he wants equal treatment under the law. He demanded equal accountability for President Joe Biden's documents, and Chuck Todd was forced to tell him that the Attorney General appointed a special counsel in that case as well. So the treatment is equal. the host explained. Well, we'll see, Pence dodged, refusing to respond to being fact-checked in real time. Finally, he attacked the Justice Department for not prosecuting violent protesters during the summer of 2020 after the slaying of George Floyd. Donald Trump and Pence were in office for 7 months after the June protests, and Bill Barr still ran the Justice Department until the end of 2020. Longtime legal analyst, formerly at BuzzFeed, Chris Geidner, called Pence out for the lies by posting a Justice Department press release saying that over 300 people had been arrested during the protests for Floyd. He's just flat out lying to you. It's no different than Trump and the election. Mike Pence thinks he can just state a lie and someone else will buy it, said Geidner. That is a trip, and that is why that fly is sitting on your head, man. So Annette, befitting because of this actual commentary that goes with this first tea time topic. So Annette, your thoughts?
Yeah, when I first, well, you know, man, you had the conversation. I was thinking, like, why are you adding, trying to put apples to oranges? A Florida protest was all over the world. What happened at January the 6th was at one area, and so you up there, and President Trump's. What are people gonna kill you and your fly?
They were ready to hang you, dude.
They were gonna if they had a guy. That mob was so worked up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, oh well.
Well,
but the fly, I said so befitting. You know, and that fly stayed on his head for about two minutes.
That was the funniest thing I think I've seen in any presidential run.
Yeah.
In any debate ever.
You're not going to be president. Trump will be back in there before he will. No.
You know, and the idiotic part about all of this is that, dude, the fact is that you guys made a deal with the devil, and y'all know he crazy enough to call names. And that's basically why a lot of them are like, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be quiet. That's what happens when you make a deal with the devil, because he's like, he'll roll around as the wind blows. You think he's gonna shade you, you think he's gonna protect you, you think he's gonna stand over you and cover you. No, as soon as the wind blows, the rambleweed is rolling down the street. And that is Trump, and that is what he will do to all of them. And that's why their behinds are too afraid, specifically the evangelical community. He's always like, oh, the Father, oh Jesus, oh, you so saved, but you just lying, and liars go to hell. Better watch it. That's why. And fly. What do flies land on? Oh, okay. Where do flies land? We know where flies land.
And don't they throw? Don't they?
Yes, they vomit on what they try to eat. All right. Be careful. Be mindful. So yes, that was very befitting. But
I'm surprised at him to tell that blatant lie. Because I knew better than that. That's. I mean, they have been arresting people. Just because the news didn't report it all don't mean it didn't happen.
Exactly. Many people went to jail.
Many.
Ridiculous.
White and black. Went to jail because they were committing a crime. Then they should have went to jail.
It was Antifa who did January 6th. You ain't seen that.
I never seen that.
Are you serious, Proud Boys? Whatever. Just foolishness. And they were there. They have video and pictures, but y'all still... You know, but that's the illusion, and that's the art of I'm going to keep telling the lie until everybody believes it's true.
But even they said they were there.
Stupid.
It don't matter. You can say
it doesn't matter, because you know that's the art form of what they're doing in that. That's what it is. But you know what? Let me tell you what you can do with your little art form. You can do that with your art form. All right, fellas, come on and take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right. Happy Juneteenth. The holiday that was designated as a federal holiday in 2021 has been recognized within the Black and African American community far longer than that, and has gained broader recognition in recent years. Still, for many Americans, there is much to learn about the new holiday. Many people of all races remain unsure of what Juneteenth is, mostly because not much is taught about the holiday in public school. Juneteenth also refers to as a Freedom Day or Jubilee Day, commemorating the total abolition of slavery in the United States that took place on June 19, 1865. Although President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation 3 years earlier, making slavery illegal by January 1st, 1863, many enslaved people were not free because slave owners in the South, in particular in Texas, neglected to tell the people they enslaved for months that they were free. In fact, many slave owners relocated the enslaved plantations to Texas because it was viewed as a safe haven for their operation. It took federal troops 2.5 years to arrive in Galveston, Texas, and take control of the state to ensure all enslaved people were actually freed. Slavery was officially outlawed in the United States with the ratification of the 13th Amendment in December 1865. On that fateful June 19th, Union General Gordon Granger rode into Galveston, Texas, and announced that enslaved people were no longer legally allowed to be kept as property of their owners. So, I'm sorry, when they was talking about his speech, it was a speech. Back then, Juneteenth became a cause for celebration for Black Americans, but was often met with opposition. Public property was often barred from being used for the celebratory activities. But as Black became landowners, property was donated in honor of the landmark date. So yes, and that is it. I've read some very negative. They're trying to divide us. Racism. First of all, people have been celebrating this 100 years.
Come on.
So that let you know right there, you just dumb. People, because hey, I was like, I'll be honest, I didn't even know it was it had become a federal law. I said it is because we always celebrated it.
Mm-hmm.
I go. I'm saying selling crafts, so they always have something. So I'm there. But I didn't. I mean, we have been celebrating that, and then some of the negativity. Here you go. So y'all not gonna celebrate July 1st. First of all, let me do my disclaimer. First of all, you don't tell me what to do.
Come on, preacher.
First of all, let's get that straight.
Oh my God.
All of that negativity and why y'all work, because I'm my own person. My mama raised me that way.
Exactly.
And I don't have to do it because I still celebrate July the 4th. Sure, can't wait to be out there see them fireworks. But you're not gonna get rid of our way of life. That's all that make America great again foolishness is. But anyway, that's it. I'm through with that.
That's it. First of all, let me just add. Let me just
I get so tired.
This down for y'all.
Yeah, I'm tired of always telling people what they should do. Y'all and you Black people to what? No, if you want to celebrate whatever, that's your right. Because this is a free country, like you always try to remind us, and I have freedoms, and so do we. So anyway, all right,
exactly.
I'm excited about it.
It's about time we get holidays, so don't hate.
Yes,
whatever it is, what it is. But we teams up and we applaud it. Yes, we do. All the way from movers and shakers of movement worldwide. Yes. And I had a great Juneteenth celebration with some friends. So it was great. And I enjoyed teaching. I saw Connie say she enjoyed teaching her grandkids. I enjoyed teaching my great niece because there are a lot of things she didn't know. And at a celebration that I went to, they were teaching and sharing a lot of information with these kids in the middle of the games and everything else and the food and all of that. They paused to really share the information and make sure that it gets embedded. And that's what we have to do. We have to teach our kids, period. Mm-hmm. So we applaud it. It gets a thumbs up from us.
Yes.
All right. Come on, fellas. Take us on.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. All righty, Anita. Hold yourself together. Woosah, girl. Woosah. A police sergeant in Chicago was fired more than 4 years after he went to the wrong address during a raid and handcuffed a terrified and nude Black woman inside her home. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, the Chicago Police Board ousted Sergeant Alex Walensky in a 5-3 vote on June 15th. Walensky was overseeing several officers from the Chicago Police Department when they mistakenly burst into the home of Anjanette Young in Chicago back in 2019 and handcuffed the social worker while she was undressed. Mm-hmm. In the 31-page ruling, the Chicago Police Board voted that Walensky violated multiple departmental rules, including disrespect to or maltreatment of any person, as well as a failure of leadership. Though it was clear that the officers were not at the residence of the intended target, read the ruling, Walensky nonetheless allowed Miss Young to remain naked and handcuffed for an extended period of time, over 10 minutes. Can you imagine in your own home where you are supposed to be safe? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that? And it just burns, it really burns me up to hear stories like this. Body camera footage of the CPD's blunder captured several male police officers bursting into Young's home with their guns drawn as the naked, then 50-year-old was preparing for bed. Young was handcuffed as she repeatedly told the men they were in the wrong place and that she lived alone. 10 minutes later, Young was allowed to get dressed after a female officer arrived on the scene and escorted her to her bedroom. However, she was handcuffed again after getting dressed, despite the officers realizing they had raided the wrong residence. The officers had obtained a search warrant for Young's apartment based on a tip from an informant, but failed to confirm the address was connected to their case. The actual suspect in CPD was looking for, wore an electronic tracking device, and was on house arrest. The 23-year-old man lived next door to Young, but they were not connected. It's one of those moments where I felt I could have died that night, recalled Young. If I would have made one wrong move, it felt like they would have shot me. And you know what? They would have. They would have. And would have claimed that they thought, oh, I thought she had a gun.
Yeah, I felt threatened for my life. But I remember when that happened, though. I mean, so listen, I know people in this country, people get away. You don't get away. Things have changed. It may have taken 4 years, but that's okay. You see some change, and you talked about change earlier. It's happening, but on the flip side, we got to change too and do better.
Exactly.
This lady did nothing wrong,
and not a thing. So I get so annoyed when I get these stories. That's why I had to take a woosah so I calm down. But but for those fools who had that lady in her house naked, not let the lady get dressed.
No decency.
Now you don't have you done lost your job. I need Hoger to sing it for me. You about to lose your job. Well, you done lost your job. Boom. There you go. So there. All righty. Okay. Calm down, Anita. Oh, down. All right, fellas, come on and take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. The only reason I thought it was an interesting story, it didn't bother me none because they don't tell me what look good or don't. She ain't cute either. But anyway, a video of a white woman comparing black women hairstyles has caught a lot of flack and attention online due to her comparison and deem which styles she believes are elegant and not elegant. Girl, the video was posted by a TikToker under the name of Amara Bassett, who has nearly 350,000 followers, touts herself on social media as an elegance and etiquette coach. Well, you can start with that blush. It don't make you look too good, young lady. In the video, she compares and contrasts styles like Afro puffs, short curly hair, Bantu knots, low kinky curly buns and ponytails, as well as long wavy hair. She selects which in her opinion are elegant and which aren't. She deemed Bantu knots and Afro puff as not elegant. She gave a scathing criticism in which she included why the video was harmful to a group of people who historically have faced various forms of discrimination, including against natural hair. Wow. She also called out the coach's ununiform actions and the hurtful impact. This is somebody else talked about what she said. Okay. I'm like, she didn't say all that. She was also called out on the coach's uniform actions and the hurtful impact the video had on black women and men. Either you are completely ignorant to the ways in which black people and black women have historically and continue to be policed for their natural hair, or you are aware and you made the videos anyway. These are people who responded to her videos. Every hairstyle that you showed in your video was beautiful. Since when are the Bantu knots not elegant? Style puffs can't be elegant, really. Also, who are you? I love this. Who are you to decide what is elegant is, especially when it comes to black hair? You are so far out of your lane. Dozens of the users spoke out against the video, with some saying that the posts were denounced Western views of Afrocentric styles. And this is something one of the people said, we don't need anyone to speak on our hair. Girl, we don't need you to talk about, because I don't think you're cute. And I think it's the wrong lipstick and the blush. I mean, if I saw her, like, I would have never thought she was a cute white girl. She intentionally chose photos of black women to antagonize us. Didn't antagonize me. I just thought it was an interesting story. Another person commented, she ain't slick, okay? Somebody said, nothing inclusive about what she did. The Western concept of elegance is already a racist concept as it is someone else's wrote underneath the post. There were literally kings and queens with our hairstyle that they call ghetto. It's the fact that she took time to search the web and screenshot all these black hairstyles just to be hateful and miserable. She lives in another person wrote. So this is a picture of her. And I could, she's not even a cute girl.
No, she's not.
She's not cute at all.
And I even found a photo of her. If everybody would look at the thumbnail, because it'll be up when the video goes off. But if you would look at the thumbnail, you'll see I found a photo of her that she looks horrible, even in her quote unquote made up state.
Yeah. And who are you to? Because who are you to tell me or anybody else that my hair is not elegant? Well, it may not be elegant in your world, but thank God there's some other worlds that we don't even like. What she said wouldn't even bother me. I just thought it was very interesting because I'm my own person, and I don't need a white chick, nor do I need a black chick telling me
exactly.
It's
baby, I wear my hair so many different ways. I literally just took locks out, and then this is me with the curly. So I wear my hair any kind of way I want to wear it. The next week is going to be different from this. So it is what it is.
You sound like a hater, because
obviously,
because you look like you limited. So you
limited with those crazy eyebrows. Girl, bye.
And she don't understand. People will come for her. They drug her now.
No, I'm sure they drag her.
It was all kinds of stuff they said.
That's what you get right there. Boom. And that's exactly what it is. You're somewhere sitting looking crazy, and everybody's dragging you from here to yonder, and you're like, well, what did I do? Child, please, whatever. You know the tricks. All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one. We wind it down.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Speaking of, she's just simply gorgeous. I like to make little girls feel beautiful, says 6-year-old Lily Adelaide. Lily is one of the youngest Black executives to have a brand in 2 major retail stores after her accessories brand, Lily Frilly, was picked up by Walmart after about 2 years in Target. You better go, Lily. This just like warms my heart so much in that. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. She was picked up by Walmart after 2 years in Target. Lily turning to entrepreneurship is no surprise, as her mother, Courtney Adelaide, is the founder of a multi-million-dollar hair care brand, The Main Choice. I love that product line. Actually, The Main Choice. I use a couple of their products, which was acquired by Canadian beauty cosmetologist Nav Beauty Brands in 2019. It was just really taking ideas that she had. She's very creative, and just really showing her that these ideas don't have to stay just ideas. You can actually work on these things and execute and bring them to market, Courtney said. Like Mom, Lily's ideas started in the hair department with bows and clips and grew to encompass clothing, shoes, backpacks, and more. Lily has her sights on adding snack items like cookies and cakes to the lineup next. Courtney says that Lily has a hand in the details, including products, shoots, and more. Lily is actually directly involved in the innovation of her product. So things that we bring to the market are things that she absolutely loves. So sweet. From the slime to the hair bows, she helps with the colors and other embellishments, Courtney said. As far as the business side of it, I make sure she secures retail and that those opportunities, but even then they're actually really excited to see her come to the meetings. I think that's one of the things that's super great. They actually look forward to seeing her. So this is an amazing story.
Amazing.
Of course, y'all know I'm all about it. I'm all about it. And when you can bring your kid into the place to where your kid is actually involved in, and then actually learning how to be an entrepreneur at such a young age, it is important. Like every time we cover a story like this, like the father who bought his son all those acres, like the 40 acres, he bought his son that, and it was, it's amazing. Your son is not even old enough to even know what he has. He probably barely knows the value of money, but you're taking them into a lifestyle so that they don't know anything else but to be an entrepreneur and to create things and to create products and to make money and make their own money. It's amazing. I love it.
It is amazing.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I love that story. And we like to bring these stories. So when we tell them, I can't, I don't know. No, yeah, you can. You just got to figure it out and start working. This baby's 6. Her mom got us started, but we all start from somewhere. You may not have a mom like that, but then you figure out what you can do. And we're an advocate for that. Oh my gosh. I love it.
100%. And we do, on behalf of Movement Worldwide, we do 100% give it a thumbs up.
Yes.
Awesome. This warms my heart. So I'm giddy when I get these kind, not the other ones that Annette had me read.
Well, we have to.
Hey, we keep it light, but keep it real. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right. After spending almost 2 decades in prison for a crime he did not commit, a Florida man will receive a historic $817,000 payout from the state. 53-year-old Leonard Kerr makes history also by being the first man to be exonerated by the Broward State Attorney's Office. On Friday, June 9th, Governor Ron DeSantis stamped the claim bill that not only gives Kerr nearly a million to restore his life, but also approve finances to go to his education. His office said the bill is set to provide relief for the tragic consequences of this wrongful conviction, according to Sun Sentinel. The man also received 120 hours worth of college tuition and fees. Assistant State Attorney Ariel Berger, who was instrumental in securing Q's freedom and setting up a process for individuals like him to have a fair shake at justice, said, "These cases are rare and take a lot of time." I don't think they're that rare. This is exactly why conviction reviews units and the opportunity for an exoneration are so crucial to ensuring justice. While Ms. Q spent more than 16 years in prison, the entire state has recognized this error and worked together to remedy it. In a statement, State Attorney Harold Price said, "We put aside our political differences and agreed that a man was wrongfully convicted and in prison and that he should be compensated. No amount of money will get those years back from Mr. Q or give him peace, but it's a small gesture that recognizes Mr. Q was wronged and that we, in the state of Florida and the justice system, will help him and compensate him." Pride continued. Yeah.
You know what? And the thing is, though, and that is, I mean, when we hear these stories, we're extremely happy that they got something. It's a shame that a lot of his life was taken.
Yeah.
Those years that he can't get back. But let me tell you something, bruh. You got an opportunity And in that picture, because when I first saw it, I said, he lifted his hands. He lifted his hands. I think he was saying hey to somebody or waving or whatever. I'm like, and that he better lift his hands because I know that settlement had him like this. I'd have been right with her right there. So we happy we got yours.
Yeah.
Sad that you have to spend some time there. This is for all the people who got it. But this is for you for getting what you got.
Yeah. You have to get them because these places know a lot of these men are innocent. They won't even try. So they say he made history. So maybe that'll open up some doors for them to start looking at other cases.
Maybe.
But before, never in Broward County, never. So that speaks volumes.
It does speak volumes, girl. Now, it's something. It's something. All right, come on, fellas, take us on to the next one. It looks like we winding down here. We winding down. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do my fellas.
Moving. We keep it moving.
This is such a sad story. I actually saw the video of this and my heart goes out. Yeah, my heart goes out. Big Pokey was, I knew him. I had met him a few times, had been in his presence, so I knew him. And when I got the news, a couple of the artists that I worked with hit me up to tell me what happened. I was like, what? So sad. My heart really kind of broke. Big Pokey, the pioneering Houston rapper who helped transform the city's hip hop scene, has died after collapsing on stage Saturday. He was 45. Big Pokey, whose real name was Milton Powell, died Sunday. A representative for the musician confirmed in a statement provided to the Times. No cause of death was given. It is with deep sadness that we share the news of the passing of our beloved Milton Big Pokey Powell, the statement read. He was well loved by his family and friends and his loyal fans. In the coming days, we will release information about his celebration of life and how the public can pay their respects. We ask that you respect his family and their privacy during this difficult time. Big Pokey will forever be the hardest pit in the litter. News of Big Pokey's death surfaced shortly after a video of the Who Dat Talking Down artist abruptly falling to the floor during his show in Beaumont, Texas, began circulating online. Big Pokey was among the original members of the influential Houston hip-hop collective, Screwed Up Click. He was also known for his solo work, including his 1999 debut album, The Hardest Pit in the Litter. The city of Houston and I extend our prayers and condolences to our own Screwed Up Click legendary rapper Big Pokey and family and friends. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner tweeted on Sunday. Really, really sad thing. I mean, if you saw that, you can't. There's no way you could be the same after seeing how quickly.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's like a blink of an eye in that.
Yeah.
Let out a deep breath, but you could tell that something about his facial expression before he took that deep breath out, and immediately, boom. Yeah. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and to the community, to the music community, to the Houston community, because it is a loss, and it's very sad, and it's crushing for those who are close to the situation. So it's crushing in general just to see that. I don't wish that on anybody. So. All right, so we don't have a sound for that. Those are sad stories. All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. A Black family alleged that they were discriminated against while flying on Flair Airlines. What was supposed to be an uneventful hour and 25-minute shuttle trip from Vancouver to Calgary turned into a vexing experience for the Black travelers. A white woman sat in the seat purchased by Busayo Ali's husband for his wife to travel in flight FAA04 and refused to leave when asked. The Black woman reported the incident to the flight attendant. However, though the airline worker asked the woman to leave the seat, she eventually requested to the resistant traveler. Instead of removing the woman from the 2A seat, the attendant then asked Basayo, I didn't pronounce the name different twice, to find another seat and threatened to put the woman off the flight. In the video shot on April 14th, the day of the incident, the attendant can be heard saying, okay, I'm not going to the lady, if you don't calm down, we need to get you off this aircraft. The new mother responded, I can't be calm after what you just did. While she was shocked that a white woman not only told her no, but flipped a middle finger at her when she asked her to move. She was also outraged at the response of the flight attendant. We paid for this flight, and you didn't help me, she said to the attendant. She had purchased her seat so that she could sit next to her mother-in-law and a 12-week-old child. Now the woman's husband has stepped in on social media and calling for justice. Flair Airlines staff did ask the passenger in 2A to remove to her assigned seat, but she refused multiple times. Unfortunately, this caused the situation to escalate, the representative said. The resolution taken for the flight was to seat the passenger in a window seat on the other side of the aircraft, the same row and seat, just on the other side of the plane, the spokesperson for Flair explained. The representative said they spoke to Pasayo's third time wife directly to hear her account of what happened. After hearing her version, the company offered her its sincerest apologies for any distress and to discuss ways the airline could remedy her concern. They should have made that lady move. That's how.
Exactly.
A full refund for the cost of the flight and any extras purchases for both seats has been issued to their credit card, according to the airline. However, money was not the issue for the family. Injustice happened, and they should have acted better. I want a formal apology, he said, adding that they want the airlines to learn how to treat everybody equally and fairly. So I'm trying to figure out what was the problem. Why you want to put the woman up? She should have got up, period.
Exactly.
You know what? They tell me putting the black woman, they should have put her off the plane. Why? And
what was the hard part about that?
Yeah.
Why was there even a discussion?
Yeah. And then why you going? Because the lady got upset. Oh, we're gonna put you off the plane. Why? No, that lady did not pay for that seat.
Exactly.
Well, you can go to the other side. No, she should have been made.
No, she should have gone to the other side of the plane.
Yes. So she's sitting there. Oh no. I mean, you know, she's sitting up there. I said, look at her.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
And just flat refused.
Yeah. And the lady paid for the ticket. So what's the point of paying for a ticket if somebody can come and get in your seat?
Exactly.
Anyway,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous. I can't even,
Oh.
you know, and that's y'all understand why I get so annoyed when it comes to these. You know, I'm glad I didn't have to read this one because I would have been, I would have felt some type of way and been around here trying to do the woosah, but it's ridiculous. But you know what? You know, it's a shame, but I would want a little more. But that's really aggravating. Just, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna. Hey, Annette, I'm not gonna get mad when we're going out on a great story. So I'm just gonna go ahead to the next one, fellas. Come on, take us to the last one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty, our last tea time topic tonight comes from our history. We love to share historical moments, things that sometimes we would never even know. So many stories that Annette finds that I would never know existed until I saw them here. Benjamin L. Davis Sr. was the first African-American to be named a general in the American military. Davis claimed to have been born on July 1st, 1877, but according to some sources, his birthday may have been in May 1880. Wow, that's amazing. In May 1880, and that he lied about his age to enlist in the Army without the permission of his parents. Davis was born in Washington, D.C. to Louis P.H. Davis and Henrietta Stewart Davis. His father was a messenger for the Interior Department, and his mother was a nurse. Davis attended M Street High School in Washington, D.C. But during his senior year, he took classes at Howard University. Because of his cadet training in high school, Davis entered the U.S. Army on July 13, 1898. During the Spanish-American War, he was a temporary first lieutenant assigned to the 8th United States Volunteer Infantry, an all-black unit stationed at Chickamauga Park, Georgia, from October 1898 until the unit disbanded in March 1899. After the end of the war on June 18th, Davis re-entered the Army as a private with the 10th Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers and was stationed at Fort Duchesne in Utah. Within a year, Davis rose to the rank of Sergeant Major. He was then mentored by Lieutenant Charles Young, the only Black officer in the military at that time. Young encouraged Davis to seek an officer's commission, which he received on February 1st, 1901, at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, along with another former enlist African-American, John E. Green. Promoted general at the age of 60, Davis saw little action in World War II. During the conflict, he mostly made inspection tours of Black troops in Europe. While in his role, Davis increasingly supported the desegregation of the Army. In 1947, he was appointed a special assistant to the Secretary of the Army. On July 20th, 1948, President Harry Truman presided over the public ceremony in which Davis retired after 50 years of military service. Davis married Eleanor Dickerson in 1902. The couple had 2 children, a daughter, Olive Davis, born in 1905, and a son, Benjamin O. Davis Jr., who in October 1954 became the second African-American to attain the rank of general, although in this instance in the U.S. Air Force. Benjamin O. Davis Sr. died in November 26, 1970 at the Great Lakes Naval Hospital in Chicago, Illinois, and was interred in Arlington National Cemetery. Yes, he was interred in there. That's amazing. I love this story. I love when we're able to see some things, things in our history and get them on the stamp. You better go, Benjamin, on a stamp. I love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I love that story because he was the first. And so I had read somewhere on one of I be trying not to comment on stuff. Why y'all always gotta talk about the first? Because we was always last. So when we see a first, we make sure everybody know that it's a first. That's why we talk about it. Because if we don't say anything, you're already trying to stop certain history from being taught anyway. So we don't say something or nothing. I think that's been the thing. It's always been there, but it's out the way, so we won't have to deal with it. But he was the first. So I like to talk about the first, second, and third, because if you did something wonderful, then hey, we want people to know. We want to know this guy was great.
Bottom line.
Then his son came along and it was great.
Bottom line. All right, good people. So that was our last tea time topic. And we love y'all. We love coming on here each and every Wednesday night. I'm so glad we had this time together, but we gotta go. All righty. So before we go, though, we want to run out a few things for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. You could have gone anywhere else with your time, but you chose to stop by here and have a conversation with your faithful co-host, myself, Anita Faye Wilson, and Annette L. Anderson. So thank you so much. Before you go, please, the video that you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. The other thing we want to make sure that you do, please sow a seed into Movement Worldwide. You can via Cash App, $ Movement Worldwide, Zelle, info@movementworldwide.org, or become a monthly giver by becoming a patron, going to our website, movementworldwide.org, and signing up, setting your account up, setting your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. Also, please, ma'am, please follow us on all social media platforms. Everywhere you see that globe above Net's head with the acronym Movement, follow us. And you can email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, and topic ideas to info@movementworldwide.org. Now, let us give you a rundown of what we have going on all week. On Tuesday nights, Annette and her husband, the Andersons, grace us with their presence from her organization entitled SOAR. You can find SOAR at her website, AnnetteLAnderson.com. That is AnnetteLAnderson.com. You can find SOAR there. She graces us on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. with TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk. where we take flight and soar, that speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. You like that slower back in that?
You didn't go. You didn't do this slower.
Speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. live right on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. Wednesday nights, join us right back here, 7 p.m. live for Can We Talk with our threefold conversation, starting with our idioms and phrases, those things that make you go, our transformational topic. Then we rip the Band-Aid off and have the hard to have conversation, which is the power tool. And then after that, we go to the topics. We go from the good, the bad, and the ugly, keeping it light, but keeping it real, even going into our history with our tea time topics. So please join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And on Friday, if you're not on Clubhouse, you're missing.
Yes.
It is incredible. I can't begin to tell you, you have to be there. Go to the App Store, download it from whatever app, Google apps, or if you have an iPhone, go to your App Store, download Clubhouse, look for us, look for me, Anita Faye Wilson, look for Annette, you'll see our picture. But you can also look for Movers and Shakers is our room on there. But if you can't find it, we got you covered. All you have to do is, BAM! Text the word movers to 9548-2050-50. What? 9548-2050-50. What? 9548-2050-50. What? 9548-2050-50. So you can download that app, or you can text that word movers. You will get a link directly into that Clubhouse room already in progress. And you'll also get a notification every time we go live when we have special events. And then on Sundays, join us right back here on this platform live on Facebook and YouTube, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, say always, Annette.
Always.
Where there is always a word for you. Your last thoughts, Annette?
Yes. First, we want to thank you so much for sharing with us. We appreciate you coming on. And like Nita started off the conversation and the transformational topic, change begins at the end of your comfort zone. So listen, you got to get to the, get out of your comfort zone and watch what God does. So that's what
get out of your own way.
Yes.
That's what it is. If you get out of your own way, a whole lot can happen.
Yes.
All righty. So we've given a rundown. We showed you everything. We love y'all. We appreciate you all, but it's time for us to go. But this broadcast will still be up. You can still watch it. You can go back to the beginning and you can skip through and see your little favorite parts, whatever you want to do. But please make sure you like it, share it, all that good stuff. We love y'all and appreciate y'all. But we're going to give y'all some love. Throwing up the hearts and our blow kisses. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from
surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's speak it, orate it, articulate it, and reverberate it. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.